Okay, so I guess today we're going to talk about reels, and for some reason, you guys picked me to talk about it. And so I'm quite honored, but I also just want to say that I'm absolutely not a pro. There's always things to learn. And then, so I guess I'm just going to go through the motions of what I do. I did create a couple videos so we could piece together two reels together so you could just see like how I use the Reels app. Um, I guess I also will say that video and reels is becoming like so important. I've been connected with some potential clients actually through that, and I know while some may seem like super silly, there's also ways to put yourself out there without showing your face and just kind of showing your community. So I guess we'll talk about that too. So
I have an idea, by the way. I
yeah.
think you should start a weekly class on Reels, and it should be called Keeping It Reels with Christy.
That would be awesome. I love that idea.
You
I
can just
know. I thought about like doing like a live video series because reels can now be up to 60 seconds long. So I thought about doing like a live video so that people could see kind of the serious side of me and the real estate side, taking away like the funny dance or comedy. But that's going to be like a huge hurdle for me to get over because I really don't like talking in front of people. So it's hard because I feel like I stumble over my words. I don't always say the right thing. So that's something though that I want to move towards. And I was thinking, what would you title that? That's what she said, or something funny. But um, anyways, so I guess the most important thing when you're coming up with video content is like, what is the idea, right? So a lot of people hold themselves back because they're not even sure like what they would post. Like, what is the topic? How do you find topics? Like, what would you put out there? So I kind of find ideas in a couple of different ways. So the first way that I find ideas is through my email. I actually create I have a folder over here that has just post ideas. So I subscribe to like the KCM crew, down payment assistant resource, breakthrough broker, homemade social. So like Tom Ferry, right? So just for example, I'll look at an email and it'll give like maybe stats about something. Why waiting to sell your house could cost you. Okay, so I'll read that post and it's going to give me some stats. That's a great post. People out there have like those same concerns. So that would be a really easy, reel to make. Just a quick 60-second. Oh, I've unshared my screen. So anyways, that would be a really good quick 60-second, like here's a stat for this, here's a stat for this, without even, you could show your face, but without actually talking.
You should be able to just go back in the same way we did before. It should be at the bottom for you.
It says host will let you in soon.
Oh. There you go.
So on top of like collecting ideas through my email, start video, share.
I like to send Christy songs because I'll picture her doing a reel that I don't feel like I could execute as well. So I'll send her songs sometimes to make videos from.
And I love that. Yeah, Robin just sent me a song actually this morning and I'm like, I already know, like I can make a video from that. So so just I guess like going into Instagram. Oh, so I guess I will say like here's some people that you could actually follow to get more ideas. Brock Johnson, he's like huge on helping creators, entrepreneurs create content. You could actually follow him and then just click on his little reels section. And then you can just kind of get ideas, right? So if that's funny, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go down here. See on the very bottom left where it has the little music thing and it says original audio. You could just click on that and then click save audio, and it's going to save it into your, if I go back over here, so if I go into like my account, see the little three bars up here on the top right? And then I can go into my saved and then saved audio. It saves the audio. So I have essentially like all this audio that I've saved. I've seen other videos and I'm like, I'm going to make a video from this someday. So now that that's under saved, I can always, you know, I can use that for a future video.
Hey, Christy.
Yeah.
Do you have a business account or a personal account?
This is business.
Okay. That's awesome. I've noticed some agents have come to me saying they have a hard time finding music, but it's really easy on their personal account. It's because of copyright issues as a business. But again, copyright is usually one of those things that if you get caught, it'll just mute your video. It's not like they're going to come get your real estate license. Like,
I also have heard that if you have, there's like a difference between having like a business creator account and a business something other. I don't know what the other one is, but I guess that the other one doesn't give you all of the music options apparently. So that's why I switched to Instagram business creator. So I do actually have the full library of what's available.
awesome.
Also,
Yeah.
I think there is some, like, there's some freedom with copyright. Like, I know it's something like if it's under a certain amount of time, I think it's like 30 seconds, maybe it's 15, that it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. So it just depends. Like Robin said, it's not going to be a huge deal. It's just going to be muted.
Yeah. So besides Brock, another person I really like to follow is this Pink Sparrow Social. She actually provides like Reels 101 coaching. She has like how-tos too. So if you're kind of stuck on like, well, how did she make that kind of a video? Like, I never knew how to clone myself. And I was like, that's such a cool idea. I want to like clone myself in a video. So I watched one of her tutorials and I learned how to do it. So if you're just looking for some inspiration on how to create kind of, you know, like a different kind of a video, that would be someone else I would recommend is the Pink Sparrow Social, just to learn more. So I guess on top of having like my library of sounds that I have, you know, saved in here, I guess let's try and like create a video. So I go into my plus and I go into Reels. So over here on the left, you're going to see like this little music icon thing. The music that comes up first is going to be like the trending sounds. So you could see the To the Moon. There's 1 million reels that have been created using that sound. You could say, see the Thing of Beauty. They have 54.8 thousand reels created with that sound. So you just want to try, like, I think using like the trendiest, you know, music is going to put you out there to other people, because when other people are searching for that sound or that song, it kind of like boosts, I guess, like your account. I don't know. You have like a higher option of people seeing that. Over here, also like below the little music icon, you're going to see like this little seconds thing, right? So it says 15, 30, and 60. So before you create a reel, you kind of have to think about, well, how long do I want my reel to be? I don't ever limit myself to the 15, because if for some reason it ends up being like 16 or 17 seconds long, it's actually going to cut off the end of my reel. So I actually always pretty much go either 30 or 60, because if my reel that I create ends up being under that, it's going to chop it off anyways. So I would just say, like, don't limit yourself in the very beginning and choose only 15 seconds. This number below, the one time, 0.3, 0.52. Have you seen those videos where it looks like people are like moving like super fast? So when it looks like that, they've actually done this like 2 times, right? So they're starting a video, they do the 2 times and they're recording something and they're going like whatever they're doing. And then when it actually puts that video into the reel, it will play it back in that 2 times. Like it looks like you're just like doing this, which is kind of, I don't know. It's just an interesting way to show a video. On the flip side of that is if you were to select like the 0.3 or the 0.5, that's slowing it down. So if you were to just, do like a normal, like you're just talking, and then once that video clip goes into the reel, it's actually going to look like slow motion. So that's kind of funny if you were to, I don't know, find something creative to do where you want like a clip to be shown slowed down.
An appraiser coming out to a property.
Yeah, something. Or like, when people like blow dry their hair, or like Robin, when we saw that video where they were using like the what is that, the yard blower,
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
her
she
hair.
was using a leaf blower. She had her husband hold it at like the ground, and then she was singing to Celine Dion, and her hair was like Beyonce-ing in the wind.
Yeah, and that's blowing at 0.5, right? That's slow motion. So that's picking that slow motion thing, which is hilarious. It's so hilarious. And then below that is like video layout. I haven't really I don't know, I haven't used this because essentially what you're doing is you're breaking up your screen and then you're having to, you record something on the top or the bottom or side to side. I just haven't used that. The timer is super important because this is going to allow you to put kind of like stop, I guess, like when a song is going, like you have in your mind where you want your video to stop, like as per the lyrics. So you can trim your video, have it match to, like the beat of the song, or, we'll do that together. This little like sparkle thing down here, I don't know. So this is like also all the filters. I use like a green screen. I use this green screen sometimes because then you can like upload a picture. Like I just did it for like the news flood video, like the flood zones or whatever. There was like a lot of news all of a sudden with like the flooding because of the snow and stuff. And so I made a reel adding those news clippings to it. Sorry for that. I don't know how to stop that. So I guess like let's just put together a reel. So I've already kind of I already made some videos that we could just piece something together. Okay, so our first video that we're gonna make is just gonna be about here are homes in Washington in the 600,000 range, right? These homes, like I went to the Northwest MLS. I literally just screenshotted some homes, like the very first picture, and cropped it so you couldn't see like, the rest of the Northwest MLS page. But these homes are not in the 600s. I just, just literally copied pictures. So so to create the video, this is like me. We're gonna add this. Oh wait. Oh, you know what? I still have it on the there we go.
And just a quick note, guys, if you do use someone else's listing photos, make sure to check with the agent to get permission to solicit them.
Okay. So for this first one here, we're gonna pick a trendy song that is to go with our video. So because I know that these are all like highly trending. Oh. Have you guys heard that one? I'm sure you have. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add that video clip. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna add, did you see how I did that? Oops. Oh no. Let me go back and do it again. I'll just pick a different song. Is that too loud for people? I hope not.
No, it sounds fine.
Okay, so we're gonna re-add this. So can you see like down in the plus, that's like where I'm getting like the pictures from because I've already saved them to my phone.
Yes, we can see that.
Okay, so when I'm like, see this like drag bar, I can say like how long I want this picture to be shown for. And I'm just gonna do every single picture for 1 second. So you see how I do that? So 1 second, I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna go in and add my other picture and say for 1 second too. So I'm just gonna do this for all my pictures. And like, really, they could be, you know, you could have them up there for as long as you want. And this is like where the trial and error kind of comes in. You know, do you want the pictures to show at the beat of the song, or do you want it to be the same, you know, all the way through? Okay, so I added that. So now that that's done, we could preview like what our video actually looks like. So we hit the preview. So this is our video all the way through. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the words, right? Homes, okay. What can you get for 600,000 in Washington? Okay, so see those like blue guides right there? A lot of people don't know, but if you just put your finger on the words and just kind of bring the words up, it's going to show you like where, like the kind of like where you should keep your words in. Otherwise, like when you go to post your reel, it's going to, you know, if your words are outside of those blue lines, the guides, the words are actually going to cut off and not be shown on like your actual video on your Instagram page. So I use that to kind of like see like where, how high can I make it before it's it doesn't show at all. So see how I'm also like, okay, so I am looking at my words right now, but I don't want my words to show all the way through my whole video. I only want it to show in the very beginning, like when I am like this. So I'm using this little drag bar to only show the video clip of just me. And I'm actually going to drag this down here because I actually have my hands going like that. So see how it's kind of grayed out? The grayed out means that it's not going to show on the other video clips. So on the other video clips, maybe I want to say like where these houses are. So I have another word right here, but I only want it to show on this first house. So see how I'm taking this like drag bar on the left side? I'm essentially saying I don't want Bonnie Lake to show on that first part of my video clip. So I'm going to just drag it over until I get to my first house. But because I only want those words to show on that first house, I also have to drag the very end of the slide bar to the first house. So let's say the second house is Seattle. So same thing, I have to drag it all the way from the left to the start of the second house video. So that's at the start of the second house video. And then I have to drag the right side to do the same. So I just kind of like do it a little bit slow, like where the pictures are pieced together because I want it to go all the way. I want Seattle to follow it all the way through that 1 minute video, that 1 second video clip. Then I'm going to pull the words up because I do want the words up there. So we're going to do our third house. We'll do a wording. So same thing. Oops. I don't know what just happened there.
We're back to your face.
Oh no.
It's a lovely face.
Shoot, back to median. Oh, yes. So sorry guys, I don't know what happened. Share.
We'll forgive you this time.
Okay. Can you see it again?
Nope,
Alright.
we can see you.
Oh man.
I saw it for a
Through
brief
the phone.
second and then it popped. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Like I can see you on the sidebar as your computer, and then I can see your face on the screen as your phone.
Okay, let me see. Share. There we go.
We're back.
Okay. So I'll just stop at Ordean since we kind of know. So I'm going to do the third, go to the third house. So this is the third house. So I'm bringing it in on the right and the left side. I'm going to drag up Ordean, right? So what I always do and what I recommend that you do is up here on the top bar, see that little arrow that has like the line? That'll say save. Save your video, because I have gone through this before where somehow Instagram, like once I click next and say, okay, this is the video that I want to post, it'll actually, I don't know, sometimes like distort the words, like the text that I put on my video. So by saving it, if it gets distorted after I hit share, I can quickly delete it from Instagram. It just sometimes happens. And I have that video saved to my gallery right in here. So super easy for me to just upload what I've saved to my phone. So, but if this was the video that we were gonna go on ahead and upload, I would just write in my caption, you know, what can you get for 600,000 in Washington? How do you, and then a call to action, like, what do you think about this or something? So essentially, our video that we put together looks like this. Oh, wait. Oh, man. So the only reason why this is showing up there, so just know that it's like grayed out, but it's because it's down here, like my cursor is basically like on it. Okay, so I guess like first, is there any questions about how to make a video like that?
No, that was awesome.
Okay, so like another video that I'll show you, like we all have like New Year's resolutions or like things that we wanted to change, like going into the new year. So I just kind of like put together like, well, this is, something that I'm implementing. So I don't have, let's just say like I don't have audio saved for this. Like I have no idea like what music I'm going to use. I'm actually just going to search for, let's just search for dreams. Oh. I don't know. Let's just use this. Okay. So I've already kind of created my videos I'm going to piece together, right? So the first video, let's see, the first one is I'm going to get up early and I'm going to make myself some coffee. So I actually don't really want that whole video, that 7-second thing on there. So I'm just going to kind of shorten it up like right here. So I'm, bringing in my little cursor, like that's the video I added, but I'm going to shorten it up. So I'm bringing that in. I'm going to say add in the top right. So the second video clip I have is me taking my coffee to the table. And I recorded these earlier. So I have this. Okay. I'm just going to shorten that up a little bit because, probably don't need 4 seconds of me walking to the table. And then because my resolution is to get up early and then have some like meditation or, time to work on myself, personal development. I have me now. And I don't need like that whole entire clip. So I'm just going to do it to here where it looks like, I'm going to listen to something. Well, what am I listening to? I actually have a clip. So, and then like, for example, like this one, I would call it, I don't know, starting 2022 off right. Maybe I want this, like that text to show like through the whole entire thing. So I'm just going to leave it like that and not shorten it. So, and then again, I would save that video up here on the top left, like the arrow going down, because if I post it on Instagram and something doesn't look right or it gets deleted for some reason, then I have that saved to my, my phone to like be able to upload it again. So I don't know, does anybody have any specific questions about things? Because I'm not really sure like what you want to know.
I mean, that was hugely helpful. I haven't done reels really, and I've been messing with them a little bit, and it's tricky to know exactly how to go about it. It gets overwhelming if you mess it up, and then you're like, oh my God, do I have to start at the beginning again?
Yeah. And there's like a lot of different ways that people do reels too. Like you could actually just start your reel. Actually, I'm going to discard this whole clip. So I could just start my whole reel from my phone. So like if I found an audio.
Hey, can I interrupt with a question?
Yeah.
So I saw that you were creating the video and then you saved it and you went out of it. And then when you go back in, that video is the one that's there. Is there any way, like if you hit save draft or something, can you like save one video and work on another one? Or is it just one video at a time?
Yeah, you could actually, yes. A lot of people will actually save multiple videos without actually posting them. So that's exactly like what you would do is you would hit that save and then it will save. I don't know if it'll do it. Maybe because I don't have any saved. So yeah, you'll actually find it under like your Reels section here. See that section? It'll actually have in the very top, this like top section, save drafts. So you could save it without posting it. And then when you're ready to post it, so you could like batch create them. And then when you're ready to post them, just go in, click on it, and then send it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I don't know, I guess like another thing I would say is like don't get caught up on if like people comment or like your reels or your posts. I know that that can kind of feel like defeating at times, but like honestly, I like so strongly feel that the people that are like interested in, you know, what you have to share are gonna, you know, those are the people that you are really kind of you know, creating this content for anyways. And, you know, not to mention there's a lot of people that will look at your stuff and won't even comment or like it, but you're making an impact. So I just also want to say, like, you know, even if you don't get that many likes, like a lot of mine don't, just know that you are, you know, helping someone, you know, with what you're with what you're doing. Other ideas, like I feel like that would be really, really good to make reels on would be like, you know, restaurants in your area. Like I was just talking to Robin and I was like, okay, well, Valentine's Day is coming up and we have like 4 or 5 really awesome Italian restaurants in Sumner. So I was thinking, you know, I could actually make a reel about, you know, the Italian restaurants, like not even going in and eating at all of them, but just like, you know, taking a picture of like the outside of the restaurant itself. And then like kind of putting all those together with music. And then, you know, in my comment section, like, you know, at the very end, like before it posts, just saying, you know, like what the restaurant name is, what maybe their specialty is, and like what their address is. And then by me using like my city hashtags, then people that search those hashtags like Sumner or Sumnertown USA are able to like find that reel and then also find value in that too. I think other ideas would be like, you know, maybe piecing together videos of like parks in your area, skate parks, ice cream parlors, fun things to do in your area, neighborhood tours, because you know, especially now when people are looking to move in and out of the city, you know, the only way that they can, and they're not very familiar with the area, the only way is to like really do research. And a lot of people are finding, you know, that information on social media. So if you could be a resource for, you know, neighborhood guides or, you know, yeah, just like activities or things like that, you know, those would be good real content without doing something, you know, funny or, you know, doing any talking.
Christy and I talked about doing like a pumpkin patch one in Puyallup and like across Pierce County in October. And then we also talked about doing a Christmas tree farm one in December.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that would be so much fun. This reel,
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go.
Something I always try to do, and something I know that Christy does that I love, is like anytime you see another one of each other's posts. So if I see a post by Christy on like my personal account on the Reels page, I'll always click it and heart it, like just to give her some more visibility. So on the Instagram Discover page, she gets to be on there for longer. Or sometimes Christy will get like 30 notifications because it's been, I don't know, 4 days since I liked her posts. And all of a sudden I just click. So
yeah,
that's something you can do to like, you know, it doesn't always have to be interacting, right? Like obviously comments of 4 words or more are preferred, or staying on the page. Like if Christy has a reel, I try to sit through at least 3 to 4 seconds of it, even if it's something like, you know, like the flooding one. Like I watched it because it was cute, but then like it came up again and I just clicked on it for a couple seconds. That way it would be more discoverable and Christy would continue her visibility streak. And then I just went back to whatever I was doing.
Yeah. Also you could do, I was just thinking, another good reason for you to save your reels in Instagram, you know, so that you're not having to create that content again if like Instagram messes it up once you post it, is now on Facebook, you actually have the ability to post reels. So this is like a newer feature, so I just started doing that. So once I create a reel and save it on Instagram, I'll then come over to Facebook and create a reel. I don't even have to create it though, because since I already saved it, I'm just uploading what I've already created. If that makes sense. So super easy. Because also my friends are different on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, there is some crossover, but honestly, the audiences vary greatly between the two. So yeah, just a smart thing to do, so you're not having to, create content over on Facebook. And same with TikTok. If you have a TikTok account, this video that you've saved on Instagram, you could just bring that right on over to TikTok. It can't work the other way around. Like, you can't create something on TikTok and bring it over to Instagram. You can, but the thing is that it then puts a TikTok watermark on your video. And Instagram has stated that if there is a TikTok watermark on your video, they will not share your video to a wide range audience. So you're essentially like limiting yourself and limiting your visibility if you do that. So a way to bypass that is just to create the video in Instagram, save it before you post it, and then you have that video to post on Facebook and TikTok. Yeah. Can't think of anything else really.
Sorry, I was going to say something, but then the kettle was going off and I was like, oh, I'm going to wait. Gosh, it just slipped my mind too.
Well, that was awesome, Christy. Robin, if it comes back to you, just interrupt me. But honestly, I think that's going to be so helpful for everyone on this call and everybody that didn't make it today. It'll be up on our YouTube channel. So I think this is just a great resource to have. So thank you so much for doing this with us.
Yeah, for sure. I guess like the other thing, now that I'm just like staring at my screen a little bit, is another way to get like really good ideas from other people is that very bottom, like the middle button, that's like the reels. I will just scroll through this. I literally will spend like at least 30 minutes a day on here. And let's just say, like, if I liked this sound, I click on the music over here. I just click on it and I could save the audio. I just hit save. And then these are all the other videos that have been created using that audio. So I just go through and I'm like, oh, that would be a good idea.
Christy,
yeah.
Can you go back to that video? That last one.
This one?
Okay. So Christy and I talked about this morning, about how it is super cool to like incorporate trending music into your brand, but it can seem kind of disingenuous if it doesn't like match your personality or seems like something else that you talk about frequently. So I saw a realtor who is in like her early 60s who was playing that song, the Jay-Z song. And I was just like, that was surprising. I don't mean to like sound ageist or anything. That's not what I mean. I just mean like, I know that agent. I never in a bajillion years would have ever thought that she's ever listened to Jay-Z ever. And then for her to have it like as her reel, I was like, kind of weird, but like, okay. And then on another note, I know sometimes like I get good ideas from other people, including Christy. And so if I see one of Christy's reels and it's an idea like, curb appeal tricks for spring or something, if I like Christy's idea, I probably don't want to publish it to my sphere right away because I don't want to like seem like a copycat, but you're also not reinventing the wheel here. Like a lot of these ideas that you see from other brokers, you're not really stealing their content or their ideas because you're going to do it differently from them. And if you are worried about it, just stagger it a little bit before you post it.
I mean, like a lot of the content, besides like saving those like email ideas into my email folder, I get from, just kind of watching other reels that have been made. And I'm like, well, how can that apply to real estate? Some of the videos are from other real estate agents. And so I don't ever copy their idea. I will think of like a different topic, I guess. So even if I use that same audio clip, I'll be like, okay, well, how else can it apply to real estate besides are we heading towards a crash? So I'll like change the topic completely. I never have a problem with anybody if they want to use my audio or my ideas. Like honestly, like go for it. It would not threaten me or make me feel any type of way. Like you can use anything that I have saved too.
That's very sweet. I just meant like if someone like your flooding video that you made where you green screened yourself, like that's something that someone could absolutely copycat and do the exact same information on,
Yep.
in January later this month or something.
Yep.
But what Christy's saying is that she would do something with that same aesthetic, just a different topic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because I mean, like a lot, like most of the stuff that you see, like, I do try and like make things as original as possible. Sometimes there's just really hilarious ideas out there and like you just want to make it your own, so
Well, and sometimes that boosts your visibility too if you're working off a trend, right? So you find a trend that maybe people are doing with fast food restaurants, and then you make it about real estate, and
Yes.
it makes it really funny.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically all I do is kind of like keep a log of topics and then follow like some social media influencers on Instagram to kind of like get tutorials because they're always kind of trying out, I guess, like how to make videos look interesting. And that's how I learn by watching how other people do that. Like, I don't know, like cloning yourself or like the grab trend. I'm like, how do people do that? So following people that you admire or like videos kind of like that you want to create. And then batch creating them. That's like a really good idea. Cause then, you could sit down and like maybe like make 3 or 4 videos like on a Monday, and then you have that content like for the whole entire week. But I am like, always available if anybody has questions on how to like put together a reel. Like I'm more than happy to, help with that as much as I can. Yeah, I hope that made it, more understandable. It is like a hard thing, and I think, it takes a couple of tries before, you really feel comfortable doing it. But I do still strongly think that like, videos and reels is a really great way to put yourself out there and to make connections.
That was awesome, honey. Thank you so much, my dear.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was
Thank
great,
you, Christy. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Happy Tuesday, friends.
All right.
We'll see you on
Yeah,
Thursday.
happy Tuesday.
Okay, happy Tuesday.
Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.